He was with me, begging forgiveness, telling me to take a moment, and he would see it, and we were meant to be together.
This is one of the most outrageous things I have heard in a long, long time.
In a case that has been filled with...
Wendy Williams
has launched a powerful legal counterattack against her ex-husband's former partner, Sharina Hudson, demanding that every dollar of the massive alimony payments be returned. In a stunning twist, the court is siding with Wendy, leaving Sharina on the brink of financial collapse as she scrambles for relief. This ruling has flipped the entire situation upside down, with earlier decisions now being criticized as completely misguided. The woman who once lived in luxury funded by Wendy is suddenly staring down the reality of losing everything. This isn't just another legal filing. It's a dramatic moment of accountability, and the consequences are about to spiral even further.
Sacrifice a lot of myself to come out successful on the other side.
Let's take a step back to where this whole situation began.
Let's take a step back to where this entire situation began. After Wendy Williams' explosive divorce from Kevin Hunter in 2019, sparked by his long-running and very public affair with Sharina Hudson, the court ordered Wendy to pay Kevin a massive $250,000 every month in alimony. Kevin had allegedly been involved with Sharina for nearly 15 years while still married, and the affair eventually became impossible to hide. But now comes the shocking twist. Wendy's attorneys claim those hefty payments were never truly for Kevin at all. According to insiders, the money was being rerouted straight to Sharina to maintain her lifestyle and support the child she reportedly shares with Kevin. And with a judge recently ruling that the original alimony arrangement was fundamentally flawed, Wendy is now demanding every penny be returned. The fallout is brutal. Sharina Hudson, who allegedly welcomed a daughter with Kevin while he was still married to Wendy, is now staring down a financial disaster. Sources say the luxury spending spree is over, the money is gone, and the high-end lifestyle built on Wendy's income has completely collapsed. Court filings suggest Sharina's accounts have been drained, her assets sold off, and her situation is growing more dire by the day. As for Kevin Hunter, he has seemingly vanished from Sharina's world. Insiders claim he has cut ties with her entirely, and may even be attempting to reconnect with Wendy in a desperate attempt to save himself from his own looming financial trouble. Now the real question is this: why is Kevin suddenly retreating, and what does he know that still hasn't come to light?
Accountability for my actions, for what's obvious.
This legal battle didn't appear out of nowhere. Wendy Williams has been fighting for years, not only against Kevin, but against a system she believes worked to confine her. Last year, she was controversially declared cognitively impaired and placed under guardianship, a decision she fiercely opposed. Wendy described the arrangement as a luxury prison, alleging it was a scheme to control her finances, even suggesting members of her own family played a role in restricting her freedom. Now, with her mental capacity back under scrutiny and a judge finally taking notice, Wendy is making her move. And this fight isn't just about money, it's about reclaiming control. The financial stakes are enormous. Wendy had been paying Kevin $250,000 per month, over $3 million a year, while Sharina reportedly benefited from those funds. But after Wendy's health issues and legal complications escalated, the payments abruptly stopped in February 2022. Kevin, suddenly cash-strapped, filed a lawsuit demanding the payments resume, claiming he couldn't cover his expenses. The court didn't buy it. Filings revealed he was drowning in debt, behind on his mortgage, car payments, and credit cards. One lawsuit from UBS Bank alone sought more than $20,000 in unpaid charges. Now Kevin's Florida home, once shared with Sharina, has been put on the market for $1.2 million, a desperate fire sale to keep up with rising legal costs.
So the banks froze everything up. He was not in a position to pay $10,000.
While Kevin played the victim, Wendy's legal team was digging, and what they uncovered could change everything. Sources close to the case say Kevin didn't just funnel alimony to Sharina. He allegedly used Wendy's money to prop up an entire double life. Luxury cars, high-end properties, and even business ventures were reportedly financed by her earnings. One striking example: a rare 2005 Ford GT valued at $140,000 which was allegedly sold to a company specializing in loans against high-value assets. Court filings from his homeowners association also reveal thousands in unpaid fees. The pattern is impossible to ignore. Kevin lived extravagantly, but the moment Wendy stopped the payments, his empire collapsed overnight. Now, with Wendy's lawsuit gaining traction, Kevin seems to be rewriting his script. Insiders say he has quietly reached out, apologizing and even offering to testify against Sharina in exchange for staying in Wendy's good graces. But Wendy isn't looking for reconciliation. Her focus is justice, uncovering every detail of how her money was misused. Legal analysts say if Wendy's team proves collusion between Kevin and Sharina, Sharina could be liable for millions she no longer has. Kevin's sudden change of heart raises its own questions. Is he truly remorseful? Or is he scrambling for protection before Wendy unleashes the bombshell evidence her team has gathered? The timing is especially suspicious. Just weeks ago, Wendy made a dramatic return to New York Fashion Week, sitting front row at Laquan Smith's show with all the confidence and glamour she was once known for. Cameras captured her in high-fashion looks, looking worlds away from the years when she was hospitalized, isolated, and fighting to regain control of her life. Wendy has never stayed down for long. And now, with her legal team building momentum, she's fighting not just for money, but for her legacy. The system that once declared her incapable of handling her own affairs is now aligning with her claims. This latest court ruling isn't just a win, it's vindication. Yet the deeper story remains. Wendy's guardianship saga was a national spectacle filled with alleged exploitation, betrayal from within her own circle, and a legal system critics argue failed her. Her niece, Alex Finney, has spoken publicly about flaws in the guardianship system. Wendy herself has described her current court-appointed living arrangement as a dump, surrounded by elderly residents in a facility she never chose. And still, through every setback, Wendy remains sharp, strategic, and unbroken. Now with this lawsuit, she's taking her power back. If Wendy proves that Kevin and Sharina conspired to siphon her fortune, this won't just be a legal victory. This will be a historic full-circle moment for a woman whose entire career was built on exposing cheaters and liars. And there's one more critical layer. Sharina Hudson, once untouchable, is now the weakest link. Sources say she's panicking, calling old contacts for help, even considering a tell-all just to protect herself. But she's trapped. If she speaks out, she could implicate Kevin. If she stays silent, she risks total financial collapse. Either way, Wendy stands to win. And if history has shown us anything, when Wendy wins, she makes sure the whole world sees it.
I want to let people know that we still only human.
So what's next for Kevin? The man who once held power over Wendy's career, finances, and even her personal life is now the one scrambling for footing. His legal troubles are piling up, his assets are vanishing, and insiders say his former mistress is furious that he abandoned her to face the fallout alone. Sources reveal he has been quietly meeting with lawyers, but no one knows which path he'll take. Will he sacrifice Sharina to save himself? Will he attempt to bargain with Wendy, offering secrets in exchange for mercy? What is certain is that Kevin Hunter's high-rolling lifestyle is over. The only question now is whether he falls alone, or takes Sharina down with him. Here's where the twist deepens. While Wendy's legal team is chasing the money trail, the real bombshell may be what this case exposes about Kevin's involvement in her personal and professional unraveling. This is the man who stood beside her for decades, allegedly steering her finances, influencing her show, and shaping her public image. With Wendy's guardianship still being challenged, whispers suggest Kevin's control may have extended farther than anyone suspected. Was he simply an unfaithful husband, or part of a larger scheme to dominate Wendy's empire? And now, with his sudden apologies, what truth is he terrified she might reveal? The courtroom drama is heating up, and Wendy's team hints that explosive evidence is coming. And if history tells us anything, Wendy will not hold back.
That has nothing to do with Wendy's career. Moreover, that were made in front of Wendy Williams. If true, that is outrageous because this judge, one, she's not in the entertainment industry, so I don't know where she would get off opining about that and why that's even relevant to her role as a judge, who's basically the judge of the law.
We're talking about
And
a woman who built her entire career exposing some of hip-hop's biggest names, fearlessly, loudly, and without apology. If Wendy has evidence against Kevin and Sharina, she won't just hand it over in a courtroom. She'll make sure the entire world sees it. In a battle this personal, with pride, reputation, and millions on the line, the gloves aren't just off, they're buried. But one question looms. Why now? Wendy has survived a health crisis, career collapse, and a guardianship that nearly erased her from public life. So what makes this the moment she decides to strike back? Is it really just about the money? Or is this a final reckoning with the ex-husband who betrayed her, the system that tried to silence her, and the mistress who thought she had won? Whatever the motive, one thing is certain. Wendy Williams is back. And when she fights, she doesn't just win, she dominates. The only question left is who she takes down with her.
And the amount of people that took advantage of my absence, and her vulnerability at the time.
With the judge's latest decision flipping the entire situation on its head, the real story behind the scenes is finally taking shape. Insiders say Kevin Hunter pulling away from Sharina has nothing to do with heartbreak, it's pure strategy. With Wendy's lawsuit threatening to expose years of alleged financial manipulation, Kevin's sudden shift looks less like guilt and more like straight-up self-preservation. For nearly 2 decades, he controlled the business, the money, and the narrative. Now, with legal pressure closing in, he's reportedly trying to inch back into Wendy's good graces, hoping she might be the very thing that protects him. But protects him from what? Meanwhile, Sharina isn't going down quietly. Sources claim she's been contacting old allies, hinting at a possible tell-all that could drag Kevin deeper into the fire. But she's trapped. Speaking out could expose her own role, while staying silent could destroy her completely. Kevin knows that, which is why many believe he cut ties before she could pull him down with her. The guardianship chaos only fuels the tension. Wendy, calling her situation a luxury prison, appears more determined than ever to reclaim her freedom and her story. As Kevin scrambles and Sharina struggles, one thing is certain. This drama is far from over. More secrets will surface, and more lives might get caught in the fallout. What do you think? Kevin seeking redemption, or just trying to save himself? And what will Sharina's next move be? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for the next chapter.